Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. Thank you for being here with us. We're so excited to share the latest news with you guys with, of course, the overarching theme of spirituality. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well. So we're still here in the construction here in my yard. So you might hear some noises. I apologize in advance. This is going to be over soon. And today we are on August 12th, and it's a very special day. So we're going to talk about that. But just before we do so, I wanted to touch upon some very interesting news that just were released in Canada. So a few days ago. So I don't know if you were aware, but Nova Scotia is now defending people from entering forests or nature for fishing, hiking, all of that stuff. And they could be fined a $25,000. And now, recently, in the last days, I'm sorry for the noise again. Yeah, it's Mercury direct, but still, now we have another province that also joined Nova Scotia. We have New Brunswick. And now they just upped the fine to $50,000 plus possible jail time if you go in nature. So this is kind of crazy. I have a video, so let's listen to it and we'll be back here.
So let me get this straight. 3 provinces in Canada have banned people from going into the forest because of fire danger. And if you don't comply, you could face up to $150,000 in fines and jail time.
So effective today, new fines will range from $50,000 to $150,000. And imprisonment in default of payment will increase from 3 days to up to 6 months.
A government that can bankrupt you and send you to jail for going into the forest? That doesn't sound like a government that is built to serve you. That sounds like a government that thinks they own you. So when a forest lockdown happens near you, ask yourself, is this for your safety and the climate, or does it have something to do with lithium mining? You know, the mineral that is used in electric car batteries that, when it catches fire, takes thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons of water to put out. And let's not forget governments granting corporations the right to mine on public and private lands for the greater good. And they can still mine during the fire restrictions. But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Okay, so a lot to talk about, and the noise is getting crazy here. So I'll go back to you, Sophie, in just a few seconds. But first, can we just see with the cards if all the wildfires apparently in Canada right now, are they a natural process of planet Earth? And this question, by the way, is from Julie from the community. So thank you, Julie. So are the wildfires in Canada right now a natural process of planet Earth, or is there something nefarious happening?
Okay. No. You know, well, we do have the card of fire. Let me check what it goes with this. But the first 2 cards are haunted and attachment. And with this, I am afraid to say this, but it's almost like they are testing us for what could they do in the future. And to tap into
the famous climate change lockdowns that they were planning to do. Yeah.
With haunted and attachment, it's what can we progressively do so that they are confined. And we do have ball of fire, so I'm going to check with the second row with this, but
yeah, could that be also like what she was saying in the video, and we'll get back to that later on, but like could it be lithium mining, which is actually creating wildfires, or just fires in general, because I guess they're not named wildfires if they're man-made, but could it be like there are real fires, but they are coming from a different cause that we thought?
So the cause of fire, let me take one card. The cause of fire, we have Mother Nature reverse. Okay, so it's not natural. So I totally get it. If there is a real cause of fire, there is things that we can do to prevent, and I totally get it. But when it's not because of Mother Nature, and we are also including things that are not making sense with it, it's about something else. And one of the cards right there is unexpected abundance. So first of all, they really want to test how we're going to comply with this, first of all. Second of all, they really want to see, because I'm just going to show you the card of complying. You're going to see we have the card of anger reverse, and we have the card of strength and the card of the King of Pentacles. So they're really trying to see if we're going to comply with this. And it says that that's super interesting. I did not do that, my own research, so I have to say that the cards are right on this. With the card of fire, it says that they don't have the data to back it up. So there's something that doesn't match in the data. So if somebody was to do a lot of research on right now, what could be causing the fire, I don't know, I'm not the pro on that. Apparently data don't add up at the moment. So that's interesting. It says that, yeah, they're testing if we're going to comply. There is a card about money. So with the card about money, let me see what we have there.
And of course, like when you're saying it doesn't add up, it makes totally sense because there's no for sure direct correlation between people going in nature and fires, you know, like you could just raise awareness. And instead of putting fines and regulation about like people just be careful of not lighting, you know, wildfires because you could be just raising awareness instead of putting regulations like people are kids and they're not responsible, right?
Yeah, or putting fine on people who are lighting fires.
Yeah.
And imprisonment for people who are doing that during a high risk. I get it, but not putting this on the extreme. So with the card about money, with this card, we have 4 of Cups, the Hermit, and we have 10 of Pentacles. So they need to not be seen for something that they want to do for a long time, but they couldn't because we have missed opportunity. We have the card about sneakiness reverse. So that's the most sneaky as you can get. And we have Ace of Wands, the wood. So there is not just the lithium, maybe there is more than this. There is something that they are getting in the wood that is going to make them absolutely rich. And let's not forget that just having those penalties that we have to pay if we walk in the wood, this is going to make them a lot of money too.
Yeah, but okay. Can we ask the guys, like, if people go in court in order to what's the word I'm looking for? In order to try to reverse those fines, like to contest, I guess is the word, the fines, like, are they going to win? Because I have already seen a couple of videos of people still walking in the woods, rebelling against those rules, because it's like they feel like it's the start of the government again taking their liberties, their freedom. So are they going to be winning their cause?
Okay. Are they going to be winning their cause if they contest and they go in front of a judge? We have 7 of Wands, so this is they have a real ground to contest and to defend themselves. We have the High Priestess, so there is secret laws put in place, and there could be agreement between the two. With the card of the Justice, let me see 10 of Wands. So I think that it's not all going to be removed by justice, but there could be a lesser consequence.
Okay.
Because we do have secret arrangements between government and the law on those things. There is something very shady in this.
Okay. Okay, so we know that there's probably the lithium mining is probably correct because we got the 10 of Pentacles, which is like the government making money with the land, with the forests. Something
Metal.
is shady. Metal?
Well, the Pentacles are metals sometimes in the card, so yeah.
Okay. And okay, so we know that's probably one of the causes, but you kind of said that there's something else, either to make money or another cause. Can we ask the cards if they are also trying to prevent people from connecting with the earth and being activated in some sort?
10 of Cups and the Sun, absolutely. They know that this is the moment where we recharge, where we are also vacation. Like, I don't know for you guys, but I love to go to Nova Scotia now. I went last year and I wanted to go again in a week for my birthday.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, in 2 weeks for my birthday. I wanted to go again to do hiking, and that happened. So I mean, we love to go in nature, hiking, camping, whatever it is, to reconnect with nature, to have, or at least people love beaches and everything just outside. So they know that this is the time to do it, and they really want to see if we're going to comply with this.
Are they preparing for another, lockdown of some sort during fall? Like that's what you kind of told us, I think, last week, that they were preparing indeed for something. So they're kind of testing the ground to see if people are going to be rebelling, right?
We saw that last week.
Yeah, you said something about they're preparing something for the fall or the winter. I think it was the fall, if I remember.
But we didn't know about the hiking. So
No. You said something like about health stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. I have to watch myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see, because I think that's what it is. The first two cards are stressing me out because I think that's what it is. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prepare us mentally for this. But let's take cards on this.
And also, I'd like to know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What's going to be the result of this forest sort of lockdown? Because I know that I've seen a lot of videos that people were rebelling, and a lot of people were going to take it to court to contest the fines. So is it going to work on the side of the government, or what's going to be the result of this test? Is it going to work or not? Are there going to be enough people that rebel against it?
It says that people are going to really rebel against it, but there is a real risk of fire. And I don't have the second row, so that could be government and like losing their power. They want to say, see, we warned you. So we have rejection. We have the Tower. You see with those two, this is eclipse energy. So something to watch next month. Could be attention could be rising since from right now to just build up and gaining momentum. We do have an ending. It says teamwork. We have obsessed, which is the card of the devil. We have fire right there, and we have the cross, and we have recharging. So I think that government has plan B if people are teaming up together, and the plan B is to start a fire to say, see, we told you. But people are going to rebel against it.
Okay, good news. And last question on this topic, is this the, let's say, attempted beginning of climate change lockdowns? Because I know a lot of people have been foreseeing this tendency that they were going to use sort of climate change or nature situation in order to lock us down instead of the health stuff. And I think that's probably one of the first real life examples, if I'm not mistaken. And let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if there has been other, let's say, installments of climate change lockdowns. But from what I know, at least in Canada, I think this is the first try that they're getting at. So is it going to serve at the start of climate change lockdowns?
Okay. Yeah. It says it's already getting started. With the fire that we have in Maui, with the fire we had in LA, and we have bad health. So the consequences also of those fires are really intense on the health. It's not good at all. Of course, we know it. But let me just get those cards. I want to show you those cards because this is very interesting. We have somebody in the wood, and it says light worker. Wow. Connecting with the sun. Yeah, it says that I will bring love and life into your life.
I love the fact that your fire card says, the other one says faked on it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of saying that like all the fires were fake. They were planned.
Absolutely.
By people behind the screen, like as we see on the card.
Exactly. We have the snake, and we have the card of the throat chakra following this card of the light worker. So, and the two next card are going my own way, and we have the wood. So interesting. it talks about how they want to stop the light worker from connecting with their true nature, from connected, because I don't think they care. They really care about this for everybody on the same level. I think that yes, they can impact mental health of many people by doing that kind of things, and they like it. But I think that it takes someone that is health conscious and freedom conscious to really understand and want to get outside and to do a lot of activities outside and to rebel against that. So in that sense, what I'm seeing is that people really want to go to woods and go nature are the light workers, and the fire impacts your throat chakra, as we can see. And the not connecting with nature impacts your throat chakra, your third eye, and really your crown chakra. Because you need to have a balance. You need to recharge by your feet on the ground. You need to have that.
And like the throat chakra is also your ability to speak out if there is some injustice or if the government is taking too much power. So there's a direct connection there. Wow.
I would not be surprised if during that time we see an increase of chemicals in the food and in the water in those regions to also just hurt your sense of speaking up and seeing the truth. So really be aware of filtering your water, even if you're not in that area. Filter your water, eat well, because this is how they are trying to get to you.
Yeah. And as light workers, what can we do? Let's say we're in Canada, maybe in those in those provinces, I mean, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. What can we do, or as a whole? I don't know how the cards want to answer this question, but what can we do in order to continue to evolve and recharge and be as strong as we can for what's coming?
If we don't have access to the woods, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sure where I was going with this question. Okay. If I'm going to talk with everybody or just the people in Nova Scotia, but let's go for if you don't have access to nature. Or if there's a ban where you are, because that doesn't mean that you have to follow the rules, right?
Yeah, of course. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. There's a solution at the end, but I just want to say it's big. This is your root chakra. Grounding, we have roots underneath the ace. It can cause mental distress, and they want to ban also travel. I know they talked about it with you cannot have a vehicle also in those areas. Okay. But yeah, we have the Hangman and we have the King of Wands reverse. So it basically say, first of all, keep your vibration as high as you can, because you are going to be tempted to go into anger, as the King of Wands can be. And it says it's really important that you are going within, and that if you don't have access to, let's say, nature, the woods, that you really try to imagine it, picture it in your mind. The Hangman for me is, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Yes, I may be limited. Yes, there is maybe restriction around me, but I need to use my mind to surrender, not to the power, but to surrender to the reality that is there for the moment, to make the best of what is happening.
So basically it says that we need nature in order to ground ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
This is like a fundamental need, especially for people who are very active in those chakras. You really need to have like a balance. So I think it's a really good reminder for all of us to keep on going in nature and maybe not listening to the rules. Who knows?
Yeah. And I think you know, but I think it's you that mentioned that just going in with grass and just putting your barefoot on the grass, right? It's recharging. So even if you don't have fully access to every part of nature, just do that, and this is recharging.
Yeah, totally. I do that on a daily basis, and it's very therapeutic. Okay, well, I guess I think the element of star seeds, light workers needing to connect with nature seems like very, very important. So let us know in the comments what you think about that. And while we are in Canada, last segment on the politics here, we have our Prime Minister Carney, who allegedly defends the internet censorship bill. tells Canadian to rely on CBC for news. How amazing. What will happen? This is the question for the cards that I have. What will happen with this bill in Canada, the censorship internet bill?
It's not going to last forever.
Hopefully.
It's absolutely not going to last forever. People are not going to take that for a long time. We have right in the middle, we have the card of freedom.
Yay, okay? Great news.
So let's see the second row. So it says that they are trying to go back in time with a lot of control on the people. I don't know what it means to go back in time with that. Let me know if you know. But it says
countries.
Yeah, maybe. Or royalty countries. I don't know what where we have to go back in time to have.
Like you have to go very deep into communism in order to find like such an example of censorship. So yeah.
Wow. Every card that I have of tarot are reversed except from the Wheel of Fortune. So it says that they're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to keep it. I mean, as long as they want, but they may be able to put it in place, but it's not going to last a long time. People are not going to take this. It says that women are going to be the one that are going to be responding to it the most. They don't want to keep it. I think that
like rebelling against this bill. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it says that they really want to bring old energy, like removing power to women. I know it's not like what this bill is about, but I think that's the gateway for removing power to women. And I see women saying enough and just removing this.
Okay, very interesting. Well, I'm very happy about the answer that you gave us. Okay, so now I have another news element here that I'd like to share with you. So someone sent me this video, and apparently this guy here on the video has invented what is being called here plastiline. So a young inventor shown in the video here, Julian Brown, has gained attention for his work in turning plastic into gasoline. So basically, this is plastic waste that he's using, and he says that any plastic will do. And he found a way to turning into gasoline. So it would resolve a lot of issues. A lot of countries, third world countries, could have access to that. And of course, he's probably not very welcome right now in the scientific community because everybody's talking about electricity, electrical vehicles, and solar power and all that stuff. So to say that it's basically free to get if you will follow his modus operandi is like against going against the grain, as we say. So let's ask the cards. Is it something that is going to become more widely used, this plastiline?
Or is it going to be black shelves like everything else?
Yeah. And I guess this is why he went online and became viral, because he was like, they're not going to shut me down and everybody's going to know.
Is it the one that was kidnapped for 2 weeks or disappeared for 2 weeks?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay. There was one that, let me know.
Oh, okay. At the end of the text, they're saying this young man was recently rumored to have been missing, but his mother confirmed that he is safe. He's just lying low. Okay. Yes, because that's like a powerful video that he put there.
Okay. The world has to change for it to become something that is being used. We have a lot of obstacles before getting there. I don't think we're there yet.
Okay. But is this the real, let's say, innovative idea that could really work in our world?
That was the first card, so I would say absolutely. Wow. This guy is here to help. Yeah, me too. This guy is really here to help. Yeah, I just think that the world is not going to be ready for this.
Okay, can you give us like some sort of a timeline for when those, let's say, inventions, new innovative healing ideas for the earth are going to be welcomed?
We
Or
have the Hermit and we have Five of Cups. It says it will sound very weird. I apologize, but it says that the current way that it is right now has to fall.
Mhm.
So
So we don't have like it depends, I guess, on what the collective decides to do. I guess we have free will for the timeline.
I let me check, but I think that the power at play is probably China and maybe also the US. So one of those big force strengths, in this world has to kind of lay low a little bit for it to be able to come to surface. I would say China. I would say it's China. They have a monopoly on
I thought
energy.
it could be like maybe Arabic countries because they're such like big producers of gasoline, but maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay.
Okay, let's see. You were asking about the timeline.
Yeah, about a timeline of where like all of those like very healing inventions could have a breakthrough and be used on Earth.
You tell me. High Priestess, a puppeteer.
There's still a lot hidden.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we're not there yet.
And this is the King of
Wands.
So a lot of like politic shifts need to happen before.
Yeah, before it I'm telling you that it's like there is this rise to end the way it is before everything falls and we rebuild. So timing is really hard to find with this, but we're not there yet at all.
Okay. A lot of shifts need to take place before. Okay. Great. Well, now we're going to talk about the Earth and the stars. We are having a very, very beautiful and magical day today, August 12th, because first of all, Jupiter is conjuncting with Venus. So that happened about like once a year, more or less, but conjuncting also with the star Sirius. So that in itself is very unique. A rare occasion that we're having. So both Jupiter and Venus in astrology are the most blessed planets, bringing like beautiful gifts. Like they said that they are very benevolent, and Sirius is also like a very beautiful star of divine protection, divine guidance, divine leadership, divine help, support. So we have the three of them all together today, making a really beautiful aspect. So can we ask the cards, what are the blessings coming to us with this special alignment?
Wow, secret union. So that means that you could be pushed towards a mentor, a new friendship, your soulmate. You could be also reconciled with people from past lives, making peace with people who are still aligned with your future, resurrection. So a lot of very positive energy that are there. What is the next card? Admired. I think that your light is going to really shine very bright, and you're going to be attracted to the right souls. And this is unconditional. Are you kidding me? We already made the purge of the old vibration, the purge of the old connection that we had to, and now it's okay. We have made some space, so receiving those connection. This is where we're going with this alignment. But let me just get the second row because I think this is absolutely amazing cards.
Wow, those are very, very powerful and positive. I'm very not surprised because like just looking at the astrology, I knew it was going to be something big, but yeah. But well, Venus is a planet of relationships. Also, it can be of money, of finances, abundance. Jupiter as well can be abundance, but also it can be some form of teacher. So this is kind of what you said. So it can be someone sent by the source or heaven in order to help you on your path, on your journey, to have like more support, have more help in your
Yeah.
mission.
You could be also asking your guides today. If you're watching today, of course, you can ask your guides for more help. I see freedom from old patterns, freedom from addictions, freedoms from limiting belief, and the right energy put on your path. If you're feeling lonely, get out today. Go and meet some people, even strangers. Just go with activities, something social. The right path is really there. I think that even if you were to stay at home alone today, we do have the card of the Hermit and we have a metamorphosis. So soul searching would be very, very fruitful today. You would be able to have answers. You would be able to be guided. If you are in a connection or that it is a friendship or that it is business or a romance or anything else, solidifying it today could be a very good idea. Make sure that you are making the people in your life that you love, you are making them feel love today, because I think that there is a very powerful energy that if you are to say to the people you love that you love them, even if it's just friendship or family or anything, there would be this energy that we are sensing in the astrology and fusing that connection. So Julie, I love you.
I love you too. And I love you guys watching us. Thank you for being here. And I think like from what I understand from the cards, it would be like an awesome day to pull tarot cards, oracle cards, to have some guidance. So if you'd like to participate, I'd like you to pull an oracle card if you feel like it, and let us know in the comments below what is your guidance and what did you feel about that. I think this is like one of the most powerful days to get divine guidance from your spirit team. So very powerful. And I have a dinner tonight with two of my girlfriends. So this is really cool. And I'm going to see Sophie this in a few days from now. So still we're going to be in the orb of influence. Of course, Venus is passing through at let's say more rapidly, so we're going to still be in this energy on the 13th, but Jupiter is going to stay on Sirius for a couple of days still. So, and sorry about the noise again. Okay, so my next question. So Mercury turned direct yesterday on the 11th. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I have like 3 big issues that were resolved on the same day. So I was just like, yes, thank you, universe, which was amazing. And but having that said, of course, Mercury now turning direct is also the time to integrate all of the lessons of Mercury that was retrograde for the past 3 weeks in the sign of Leo. And now that it's direct, so there's a lot of still reflection to make on what did we understand from this retrograde period. And now Mercury is stationing to go direct. So it's like appearing not to move in the sky at 4 degrees of Leo and opposing our friend Pluto, which is here on the picture. So Mercury, now that it went through like let's say the underworld, the retrograde, now is opposing the planet of death and rebirth. So I'd like to ask the cards, what is the cosmic meaning behind the opposition to Pluto just after the retrograde process?
It says to bring back people from past lives. I was not having that in mind at all. But yeah, that's mainly what it's doing, is to bring back people from past lives that are aligned with your path, and to help you also reconnect more with your mission because of it. It's like infusing you with memories of who you were and helping you if you're struggling in your mission, helping you to put you on the right path with it.
Wow. Okay. And it makes sense also with the other cards that you pulled for the Jupiter-Venus Sirius conjunction. Okay, so it's all about socializing, coming in contact with important people to help us with our life mission, past lives, karmic connections. It seems like it's a very important time to connect with the right souls.
Absolutely. So if you don't have a mentor and you want to learn something, find yourself a group, a support group, mentors. If you want to have someone in your life, let's say you're single, right now could be a good time to start dating. If you want to have a better social life, this is also going to be very good.
And if you're looking for a mentor, I have a very good idea for you. I was going to put this slide on, so that's a very good segue into it. I think those are the best times if you have some questions about like decisions you have to make in your life, you just need some general guidance or you have specific questions. This is the perfect time to get a spiritual guide or someone who's going to channel your spirit team also. Sophie, of course, is available for the 1 hour live reading. So we have the tarot reading, which is a Zoom interactive meeting where you get to ask all of your questions. And also we have the past life one, which is not shown in this picture, but is still at 10% off with the code Jupiter. And also we got the new one, which is the 30-minute pre-recorded tarot reading, which you get the chance to ask all of your questions that you'd like Sophie to answer within 30 minutes, of course. And she's going to give you a video, a private link, so you can watch and rewatch the reading, which is very popular. And I think that's super cool for people to rewatch also the video that they get. Sophie, any updates on those appointments? How are you doing with those?
I would say that we're still within the 2 weeks for the 30 minutes per record. No worries about that. And for the 1 hour appointment, since next week I will be in training, I will be the week after that for the appointments. If you were to book this week, you may have an appointment in 2 weeks.
Okay, so now is the time if you'd like to get a live consultation with Sophie, which is amazing in those times. And we are already in eclipse window season. So very important decisions, fated events about to enter our lives. We're here in the period where we're making space in order to let the universe also guide us in the right direction. So if you need a little nudge, so that's your opportunity to do so. And the discount code is Jupiter to get 10% off your next reading. The link is down below to book with Sophie. All right. Let's go into a little bit about finance. And I'd like you to pull cards on what is going on with gold and silver, because I know there's a lot of people interested in that. So let's start here. And this is the chart for gold. And this is the 3 last months. So I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, you pulled cards on gold that was going to go a little bit up and down, would not be very stable. Are we still on that same timeline, or has things changed since then? So what's coming up for the next, let's say, few weeks?
I would say that by the end of the month, we should have, I'm looking at the time. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, by the end of the month, there's going to be an increase, I would say, for the gold. There was instability. There was a little bit of chaos and drama, it says. So we have the card of the pot stirrer with this. So I think that with the price of gold, we are going to be looking at an increase. But let me get one more card. We have Ace of Wands.
Wow.
So yes, I think that it's going to, and we have 10 of Wands. I think that was a result of maybe things that were announced, that why the gold is going down. And there's always instabilities. It's always rock holster, but now it's going to go up again.
Okay, so by the end of the month, we should expect an increase here for the price of gold.
Yeah.
So let's look at the price of silver now. Yeah. And this is the chart for the last 3 months. Yes. So you were saying to keep on, well, at least the last time we pulled cards on it, you were saying that it's not time to sell it if you do own some, and that we should wait a little longer for a bigger increase in the value of silver. Are we the
I
same.
still don't see like a tendency of up and or down with it. I see a little ups, a little down. So I would say if you have silver and you're looking for the perfect timing to sell it, you really have to keep an eye on it. Right now, I don't have a tendency of going up in a way that is stable or going down in a way that's stable. Really roller coaster. One thing is sure is that we are going to have both. So there is going to be an increase. We do have new beginning and we have soulmate, which means it is going to go up. There is going to be good news for silver. But right after we have limitation, the Eight of Sword, we have shadow work, and we have prosecutor. So this is not going to last. So again, silver up and down, no stability, no clear tendency yet.
So we have to be a little bit more patient with silver, it seems.
Yeah.
All right. Now, okay. So this one was super funny. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there have been some romance rumors between Katy Perry, that was spotted allegedly on a date with Justin Trudeau. And right after they both announced their separation, well, a little bit longer after Justin Trudeau announced his, but I believe Katy Perry's recently separated from Orlando Bloom. Okay, so there were a lot of paparazzi trying to get a glimpse and pictures of what looked like a romantic date. So okay, so many questions here. What was the real purpose of this meeting?
Ew.
Let's just ask the cards. This seems so weird to me. And even my friends that are not at all awakened and into spirituality were like, that's weird. What do you think of that? And I'm like, well, they should get along great because they are both in very dark stuff. And they were like, really?
Okay, so
what was the real purpose of this meeting?
First of all, they wanted to recharge. So this means that they wanted to have attention on them. First of all, they picked a place where they would have attention. So they knew that they would be, both of them, they knew that they would be spotted. Okay. And there is a restaurant where you can go and having a private place. This is not about it. Next, I would just want to show you something. We have a triangle up, triangle down, man and female. And we have something blooming. So I think there's a real romance in there. Let's see.
And that was in Montreal. I don't know if I said it too. So that's also adding a little bit of mystery because it's near where we are, Sophie. This is so weird.
I don't think it's going to last at all. If it's still something, we have crumbling and we have ghosting. So I don't think it's going to be lasting. Okay, let me just get a second row.
And why did they want attention? Because that's also what I was intuitively picking up on, that they were wanting to be seen because like they could have done it, as you said, in a private setting. So what do they get from this attention from the media?
Well, they wanted to prove that they were not losers by losing their partners. They wanted to reestablish their presence in the media, and they wanted to test if this thing would be appreciated and if it would have been crazy attention. Every like magazine would have them on the cover because of it. They would have proceeded with marriage.
Okay. And is there something here? Let's say they would have continued dating. Is there like something for the dark cult that, let's say it's a positive, I don't know, something beneficial for the cult that they're both in?
Yeah, we have the lover, and this is not the lover of romantic. This is like just
a business agreement
for common goal and to have better defense. So that means that they would have joined forces and that they would have better protection and better blah, blah, blah with it. So this is not good. This is not romantic. This is, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Six of Cups. Oh, she has a daughter with Orlando Bloom. So Daisy, I think. This is not romance. This is a partnership that would have been leading to marriage, but it's something that would have served the interest of both in a very businessy way. And we have the heart right there that is very small. So as we can see here, they know that they have duty. They know that they have a role, but the heart is extremely small. So it's not about romance at all.
Wow. Okay. And I know a lot of people keep commenting like, oh, it's not the real, I don't know, wherever. Let's say we're asking question about Elon Musk or Trump or whatever. They're like, it's the clone. And so let's ask for this question. Was it the real Katy Perry and the real Justin Trudeau?
We have the puppeteer. It could have been fake. But this agreement would have been, either way, would have been with the real ones. It could have been fake for this. But yeah, no matter what it is, they wanted the attention. They wanted to test the water. Is this going to be something that brings attention and the reward that they're looking for, which is building an empire with their name and being seen and having all of the best visibility with it?
Gaining more power.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Let us know what you guys think. I'm certainly mesmerized by this topic. Okay. So maybe another one in this category. Where should we go? Where is this? Oh, okay. It's in my video. Okay. Let me share with you a video and we'll be
Justin Timberlake sickened by a radioactive tick bite? It was a couple days ago, he revealed to the world that he was suffering from Lyme disease, which is something that you get from an infected tick bite that causes all kinds of physical and neurological issues. But what most people don't know is that Lyme disease was discovered back in the 1970s in a town called Lyme, Connecticut, which just so happens to be mere miles away from a secret government biolab called Plum Island that was studying insects spreading bioweapons back in the 1960s. Sounds a little crazy, but let's get into the evidence. So first, this is a photo of Willy Bergdorfer, a US government scientist who is credited as being the discoverer of Lyme. Before he passed away, he left a box of documents with this note on top that said, "I wondered why somebody didn't do something. Then I realized that I am that somebody." Very cryptic, so what might he be referring to here? Well, during the Cold War era, Willy was one of 13,538 civilian employees of the US Chemical and Biological Weapons Program. And in that box of documents was evidence that the US government was indeed experimenting with different insects and creatures and how to weaponize these things. This is a photo of them force-feeding ticks with disease agents. This is like old school gain-of-function research here. And then there's this photo of them force-feeding the ticks onto lab mice that were strapped in on this table. This is just crazy, horrible stuff. According to this book, Bitten, The Secret History of Lyme Disease and Biological Weapons by Chris Newby, which I highly recommend you check out, there's this bombshell, quote, "Shortly before his death, Willy was videotaped saying that he believed that the outbreak of tick-borne diseases that started around Lyme, Connecticut had been caused by a bioweapons release." Now, the big question is, can this really be blamed on Lyme, or has JT just lost it?
Okay. An interesting one, right? So Justin Timberlake just recently announced that he has allegedly Lyme disease. So I'm very curious to know, like, first of all, why is this true that he has Lyme disease? What purpose is this serving? Because we know that every public announcement is playing a part in, some people call it the movie, but it's definitely like a PR operation. So I want to know, what is it serving? So let's start here. Like, does Justin Timberlake really have the Lyme disease? Is it true?
I don't think so, but why would he say that? I don't think so.
Okay, I kind of had a
Mhm.
feeling, because I was like, this is weird. And okay, so what was the purpose of this announcement?
Yeah, please. Protection while he reinvent himself. Is he going through surgeries at the moment? I
Are
feel
they
like he's
cloning
going.
him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. So
yeah.
he needed to disappear for a while because I think it happened during shows. There has been like issues. So he has been saying like, oh, it's because of my Lyme disease, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Crazy. So they need to get the let's say the package back to
Yeah.
the plant so that they can fix the clone or fix the persona. Okay, and why did they choose Lyme disease? What purpose is this serving?
I guess it's because it's not really known, but I don't really
It's
know.
interesting that there's a forest behind because they say like if you go into forest, you can get Lyme disease. So again, it's playing that, oh, it's all connected with the previous question about the
Yeah.
wildfire. So they're like trying to scare people from going into nature.
Look at all of the fire.
Ah.
And the only card that doesn't have fire is what? Limitation with boundaries.
So it's like they're trying to make a celebrity have that Lyme disease. So it's back on the news and people are scared of going into nature so that they're going to be infected.
I think this is crazy, but yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. And is there really like a risk of going into nature and getting Lyme disease? Like, let's ask the cards. For humans, because I know dogs sometimes get like ticks or whatever. Let's ask for humans.
I just say that I thought so because we don't have a lot in Quebec, but like in the United States where I'm at the moment, people are telling me that they have been. Let me know in a comment, please, if that's the case for you also. But apparently, like when they are just going in nature normally, they have like ticks that are flying. They can see them like coming, like and just attaching. So honestly, I don't think so. But let's do the cards. Is there any danger having ticks for human?
Or Lyme disease, because like I guess not every tick is infected with Lyme disease.
Okay, it says no, not really.
So it might be like a very small percentage.
The only card that is bad is this one. That for me means that you could have symptoms yet, but antibiotics can deal with it. I don't know what I'm saying, but this is what I have. Okay, and those who are infected, look at Lyme disease, you said. Lyme disease.
Wow, I'm just mind blown. And I didn't even think about it too much before we made this video, but it's like part of a really big operation to scare us to go connect with nature.
Yeah. Lyme disease, let me know in a comment, please. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it says it's a parasite. If you do an anti-parasite, you're going to be able to release it.
Okay, let us know in the comments. Wow. Okay, where should we go? We still have maybe time for 2 more. Okay, let's go in mysteries for our 2 last questions. And we have a very interesting question. Oh, let me pull this out of the stage here from Joe Lewis on the community. So this is a question about the Hope Diamond, which is shown here on the picture. So they're saying, I was doing an ancestral healing meditation this morning, and an ancestor came forward and gave me the Hope Diamond in a golden box. She told me it had magical properties, and just by looking at the picture of it, would grant wishes and more. Could you pull cards on this diamond? What is its true purpose and energy? They say it was stolen from India and thus it curses anyone who has it in their possession. I don't believe it myself. I think the bad guys were trying to scare people away from its true power. Okay. So what's the power of the Hope Diamond? Let's start here.
Yeah. It talks about ascension. It talks about finding your voice. We do have bad cards with this also. So it can go either way, really, really bad or really, really good with this. Let me check. Windfall, winning streak, gold mine. Okay. I don't believe that looking at the picture you can have your wish granted, but you know what? Intention is everything. If you believe in it enough, it's going to be happening. So intention is always everything. With this, the true energy of it is supposed to be really good, but I think it has been used by the wrong people. So it is turning really bad for them sometimes. I think that what is happening is that whenever you have bad intentions, it can help you in the beginning, and then it gives you a series of bad luck. But yes,
So it's like a curse that takes some bit of a time in order to come back at you.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like you are responsible of what you are doing with the blessings, and if you are not responsible in a good way, if you are using it for the bad side, I think you are going to have a series of bad things and possibly leading to your passing. So this is like kind of no return.
Okay, can we just ask if at some point in the near future is the Hope Diamond going to be liberated from bad forces?
You have Four of Pentacles, and it's a demon that is holding it, and it's reverse.
So they're about to lose it.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Is it going to serve like an important purpose in liberating humankind? Because like you've talked about the voice, and it's interesting that it's blue and it's associated probably with the throat chakra as well. So does it play like a role into the liberation of humanity?
Yes. So we have the very big energy of Sagittarius right here. We have given to the people. We do have, yes, it's going to be helping. We have the Tower, and we have the 10 of Cups. So it is going to be returned to good intentions, and it is going to be helping the cause of liberating the people from tyranny.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Joe, for your question. That was a really good one. Okay, I have a few more, but let's go for one last for this show. Okay, I have one interesting question from Angeline in the community. Thank you for your question, Angeline. She's asking about mirrors, and we've all heard, I think, different things about mirrors. And she's asking, is a mirror a portal? If yes, how do we protect ourselves or ensure the portal is closed, especially when we sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any truth that having a mirror at the entrance of a house will reflect back to sender visitor any ill intent or evil eye they visit upon the house or people of the house? Okay. Great question, Angeline. Let's start with, do you want to go more general? Like what's the, okay, is a mirror a portal? Do you want to start there?
Yeah. It says it can be, but it's not always. So not all mirrors are portals. Let me see. Yeah, not all mirrors are portals. You need to know that. So if there is a portal in your house now, that's another way of asking with the mirror. Or we can ask, what is a mirror? What does it do?
But I'm interested in knowing like what makes a mirror a portal if not all mirrors are portals. Like, do they have to be placed in specific places, or do they have to be activated? How does that work for a mirror to become a portal?
Yeah, we have the moon, the Three of Cups, Judgment, and the King of Cups. So I would say, I always believed that it was something you had to hide, like at night. I travel with Reiki masters, and they always put a towel on top of mirrors at night, or when they do Reiki sessions, because it reflects, it bounces back the energy. And it says here that it's not going to be always a portal. It says it's not always activated. But when we have the moon, which is the night, the Three of Cups and Judgment and the King of Cups, I feel like what you're dreaming about, what you are in the world that you're in when you are dreaming, can be passed through the mirror. And that's where it's very difficult to protect, because you're sleeping. Because if you don't know when there's energies in your house, if you don't see them, you don't sense them, it's important that you don't have a mirror that is not covered, at least in your bedroom while you're sleeping.
Yeah, and in feng shui, it's not good to have a mirror in your bedroom either, because it says like the energy bounces off the mirror, and a lot of people have trouble to sleep when they have mirrors, especially if you can see it from where you are sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, the last question she had, I'm curious to know, is there any truth that having a mirror at the entrance of a house will reflect back to the visitor any ill intent or evil eye they visit upon the house?
And we're
Or
talking about alive visitors.
a what?
People who are alive, visitors who are alive, and not like soul visitors.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about
Okay.
alive visitors. Let's say they have an ill intent or some bad energy wants to enter the house. Does having a mirror at the entrance of the house reflects back to?
I think it can. I think it can help. Because it's all about intentions, right? I think it can help. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about, in some ways, security and safety. We do have the Witch card, the Queen of Wands. It says that it will team up with you to reflect back. So yes, it can, but it can also absorb it.
So you have to put the right intention and activate it.
Yes. I would say it's maybe easier to just cleanse your home once in a while, because you would have to cleanse the mirror anyway once in a while. It's like a stone that would absorb it, and you need to clear it once in a while.
Interesting. I have a mirror in my entrance, so I was very curious to see what you had to say here. Wow, thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you, everybody. Do make sure you like this video if you enjoy the content of the show. We put a lot of love into it, so hoping you guys enjoyed it. Do make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. This really helps us into growing this channel and make sure that more people are able to see our videos, because right now, let's just say the algorithms of YouTube are not so much playing in our favor. So thank you for everybody who supports the channel by liking, by subscribing, sharing. We really appreciate you. And for the rest of this week, this is our schedule that I post every Monday on the community post here on YouTube, but also on our community, Maison Jupiter Community. So we are here on Tuesday. A new episode of the 5D News will be premiering every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow we have the second to last class of our practicing tarot course, which is so much fun. So if you are part of the course, do make sure you watch live if you can, because we're going to have a brand new winner who's going to read another reading by Sophie. And this has been like, divine messages that people are receiving. So it's really, really cool. And also people are practicing and are getting involved in the reading. So it's so much wisdom that is being shared here. And of course, on Thursday at noon, we have the pick a card, which is going to be very cool. So thank you guys for being here. We love you, and we're going to see you very soon. Bye, everybody.